The gentlemen of the press, thank you. I came to see Mr. President. One is to thank him very highly for a number of mega projects that is doing in Southeast. The second Niger bridge is fast and fast becoming a reality. Each time we visit that bridge location, it's always like a dream. And so we, the people of Southeast, were very grateful to Mr. President for this. We also thank him for the award of the Eastern Corridor of our railway line. This is a project that is going to fast track the commercial activities of our people. I recall that when I was in school, I used to join train from my state, Ebonyi, and then get up to Meduguri, where my brothers were staying for my holidays. Mr. President is about restoring that hope, and we are deeply very grateful. But I also reminded Mr. President that one of his cardinal objectives is to integrate in Southeast all the state capitals. But in putting together the projects through Southeast, that the capital of Ebonyi State, which is Abakaliki, and capital of Anambra State, which is Oka, will meet it. And I reminded Mr. President that the Southeast governor had requested that I write him, which I did, but not yet approved to the Honorable Minister of Transport, which Mr. President said he will find out why they will meet it in the first place. I'm very, very hopeful that Mr. President is going to give approval to those two locations. And also the limestone granules to fast track the fertilizer presidential initiative, which has helped the country Nigeria so much in food sufficiency. Let me point out that without the effort of Mr. President through this fertilizer initiative and other programs in agricultural sector, it would have been a very difficult time for this country. And so that project is supposed to produce limestone granules to enable us produce fertilizers to serve the south, southeast, and the north part of north central. Mr. President has already approved the funds and released to Solid Mineral Development Fund. But part of the requirement is that there must be SPV, integration of private sector initiative. And we have applied to Mr. President for approval through the Chief of Staff. So we had to remind Mr. President. Lastly, 4 years back, Mr. President was in Ebonyi State about November to commission a number of projects and lay foundation stone to others. I reminded Mr. President that we're expecting him 4 years later, which will be in November, for him to come to Ebonyi State. The last time he spent one night, but we are asking him to spend 3 nights. We have over 20 different projects, the ones we consider that are good enough for Mr. President to commission. We have completed the Muhammad Buhari light tunnel bridge complex, the first of its kind in Africa for Mr. President to commission. We have gotten to the stage of completing the best King David University of Medical Sciences, the best in Africa. We have completed the largest mall, the most beautiful mall you can see anywhere in West Africa. We have completed additional 6 twin flyover bridges, well decorated and beautiful. We want Mr. President to commission it. We want Mr. President to commission the St. Margaret International Market, the largest market in West Africa. We want Mr. President to commission it. We built a very, mighty building, which we call, medical school for the Umahi Federal University, completed. We want Mr. President to commission it. We have over 200 kilometers of concrete roads in Ebonyi State, some of them federal roads, some concrete roads. And these are the major ones, want Mr. President to commission it, because we have over 1,000 kilometers of road completed since my first tenure. We want the president to commission that. And of course, the list can be exhaustive here. Even the 3 agri-industrial clusters are ready for Mr. President to commission. We also have a number of ongoing projects. Most of them will terminate at the end of the 2021, like the international airport, which Mr. President 2 years ago gave approval. Now we are the first in the whole Nigeria to build an international airport runway with concrete. That is going to be ready for Mr. President to lay the foundation stone. I will invite him next year to commission it. We have the first flight there about May 29, 2022. We also have a number of road projects, especially the 199-kilometer of Abakaliki Ring Road, of which the state government has completed 53 kilometers of it. And we have the African Development Bank and IDB Bank, the funders and, of course, lenders of federal government who lent to us. So we have this for Mr. President to lay the foundation stone when he's in a Borno state. And, of course, the limestone granules is a project of Mr. President, has to lay the foundation stone. The salt infrastructure is Mr. President project, has to lay the foundation stone. And so many other flyover bridges, about 3 that are ongoing, and a number of other routes. I cannot exhaust all the projects that are completed and the ones that are ongoing for Mr. President to lay foundation. But I think after Lagos and Abuja, Ebonyi State remains the highest, another state with the highest number of flyover. And our airport remains the largest after Lagos and Abuja. And so this is why we came, and I'm happy Mr. President is well disposed towards visiting us again. Well, for me, I'm very much entrenched in completing my projects, and I will look into politics when my tenure is remaining 1 year, which is from May 29th, 2022. And I think it's the same thing with other governors of Southeast and by extension, governors of APC. My position about what you ask is that our people that are in those political parties are making their efforts in selling the need for Southeast to produce the next president. But I think both the governors and Mr. President should not be distracted. When elections are done and won, it should be governance. But in this country, the moment election is completed, the next one starts. It's the masses that are being cheated. So those whose job are politics and who are not into elected position or appointed position have all the time and the opportunity to do this canvassing. And I think they're doing it, and they're doing it very well. But I continue to say that power rests in the hands of God. And God will also give us the next president who has good heart, like President Buhari, for the good of this country. We need God's own anointing, our anointed president, for the interests and unity of this country. I'll be fast on this. The Bubago, talking from Ebonyi State formation, is quite very formidable and doing a great job in synergy with all the security agencies. And if you read through the newspapers, you see a lot of exploits that have done. And I think that other states are also doing the same in Southeast. It's quite a very big tax, security-wise, and we are tackling it. In terms of the issue of youth protest and my action as chairman of Southeast to give the leaders 6 months, yes, we're on that matter. We have met with our Anese and Igbo leaders, and they have set different committees to articulate, because we also, as leaders, will want to hear from the masses and hear from those in political offices and appointive offices and the civil servants, both at the federal and state, the areas of marginalization. Some of them might be illusions, but I continue to insist that our people that are also having political offices at the federal level and the civil servants should also identify with our people, because a lot of our people are also in these places, and they don't identify with their people. And so we continue to shout marginalization. We should start from them. They should be able to tell us, being also at the federal level, the areas of marginalization, let them also tell us what they have done also for our people. I'm not talking about all of them, but we need to see their faces. We need to identify with them so that our people will appreciate the level of marginalization, so to say. So this is our position. We are still going to come with some points, if they have merits, to meet with Mr. President and then have tete-a-tete over the matter. But I think things are getting, better in Southeast. Or less complying to the directive of IPOB or no IPOB, suspending or not suspending. It is a question of fear. The easiest thing to do is to carry weapon and kill, somebody. And that's what happened in the past. And that's why, some people in Southeast are afraid of coming out. Even if yourself go now to the street and say that, or you hold, AK-47, you will see everybody will desert the street. So it's not a question of compliance. It's a question of fear. If the security agencies can, have enough personnel in Southeast, you find out that the Southeastern man does not want to miss a day of work. They like to work, they're into trade, they're into commerce, they want to earn their daily living. So this is something that the nation Nigeria must know, and this is something that security agencies must know. Security agencies must know that they owe Southeast people the duty to protect their lives. And this is the reason why it appears that in some states, there is a compliance of sit at home, even though, like you said, IPOB has said, it's suspended. But it's the worst thing that will happen to Southeast people, because it will destroy the economy of Southeast. And so I've been singing and shouting that Southeast should take into knowledge not to allow such thing to happen, because it will cripple the economy of Southeast.